guys, so today I'm going to be doing yet another very belated video. This is going to be my September and October book haul. As you know, it's currently the end of November, so I know what each and every one of you guys are thinking. Shame, Penelope. Shame. I know I should just retire my booktube title right this instant, but a girl needs a hobby, so you know, try not to hate me too much, and I'll try to do the same. It rubs the lotion on its skin. And no, I'm not being sponsored by Jergens. All right, I really don't have too much else to say, but I do have a crap ton of books to get to, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get on into it. So the first book is Dumplin' by Julie Murphy. Yes, Julie Murphy. Oh my gosh, I just put lotion on my hands and now there's fingerprints all over. All over the cover. That's kind of gross. Let's get past it though. If you saw my September Owl Crate unboxing, you will have seen this book in that video. I really just know that it follows a very confident, full-figured woman, and I myself am, well, I'm one of those things, but I'll let you decide which one it is, because it's certainly not both. I heard it's like really about body confidence and all that good stuff, so I am looking forward to reading it, but I think I'll probably pick it up maybe during the summertime whenever I'm feeling a little not so confident in my life. Maybe this will help boost that. So yes. The next book that I picked up is Beastly Bones by William Ritter. This is the second book in the Jacoby series. This is very reminiscent of Sherlock Holmes and Doctor Who, and kind of like a little bit of Buffy thrown in there, which to me, it just makes everything lovely. I really enjoy this series, and if you want to hear more about it, I will leave my November wrap-up video down below and you can check that out. But I will say I enjoyed it. I enjoy this series, and I'm really hoping that it continues on because I think it's fun. The next book that I'm going to haul really needs no introduction, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. It is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. This is the fourth book in the Throne of Glass series, and it's just an epic YA fantasy. It follows a assassin named Selena Sardothian, and it's the fourth in a series, so I can't go into a lot of detail about it, but I talked more about it in my September wrap-up video, but I will just say that I really enjoyed it. I was on the side that really enjoyed it. I know it's controversial, but I enjoyed it. I said that already like 5 times, but you know, I enjoyed it, so that's what you do when you enjoy things, you talk about them. The next book that I picked up is The Dead House by Dawn Kurtagich. I know you guys have seen this book a lot because I read it in October. It follows a young girl who is attending a boarding school, and she has been diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder, which is very close, if not the same thing as split personality disorder. So she has to figure out if that's something that she's truly been diagnosed with, or if she is truly living 2 separate lives. It was really good, as I mentioned, and yes, I would recommend it. The next book that I picked up is Six of Crows. This is a highly anticipated first book in a new duology by Leigh Bardugo. It takes place in the Grisha universe, which is where the Grisha trilogy took place. But the thing about this is that you don't have to have read the Grisha trilogy to understand it. It follows a group of misfits who have been given this task to perform the world's biggest, most badass heist. I did enjoy this book. Not quite as much as everyone seems to have on BookTube, but I did give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed the characters in this. For me, characters in this really stood out as opposed to the ones in the Grisha trilogy. The action and the plot, not quite as much, but I will continue on with the duology whenever it decides to come out. And I will just say this book is freaking gorgeous. The next book that I picked up is Blood and Salt by Kim Liggett. Legit. If your last name was legit, that would be really cool. But anyway, this is a book that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about. It's been compared to Children of the Corn meets Romeo and Juliet. That's like the most perfect blurb in existence, so I wanted to pick it up. It was one that I was thinking about doing in October, but I didn't get around to it, but definitely sometime soon. It's a short read, and the cover, I like it. It's like the corn stalks and the bare feet and like the children of the corn vibe. It's very creepy, so I can appreciate it. The next book that I got is The Foxglove Killings by Tara Kelly. This book is about a group of killings that happen in a small town, and the serial killer in the story leaves a foxglove flower in the mouth of each of his victims. And to me, that sounded so reminiscent of Silence of the Lambs. I've already made 2 references to Silence of the Lambs in this video, and I did not even intend to. That's just me. That's just my brain. I really like this cover. It's got the little flower and the girl on it. And to me, that looks like Nina Dobrev, and I love Nina Dobrev, so bonus. The next book that I picked up is Violent Ends, and this is another book that is written by a lot of different YA authors. A lot of people that I've heard of, Beth Revis, Hannah Moskowitz, and a lot of people that I haven't heard of before. It's told in 17 points of view, and it takes place during a shooting that happens at a school. To me, this is such a terrifying, real life, horrific subject to read about, especially with all of the gun violence going on in the world right now. And it makes me a little uneasy to read it, but I'm still going to because it's true life, it's true crime. It's not necessarily true crime, but you know, with the Columbine shootings and all the school shootings that have gone on in the world since then, it's a very touchy subject. And to me, that's very controversial and ballsy of these authors to go forth with. So I do want to read it. I haven't heard anyone on BookTube talk about it. So if you guys have read it, or if you've heard about it, or any of those things, definitely let me know in the comments below. Black Widow, baby. So the next book that I picked up is Black Widow Forever Read by Margaret Stohl. I love Black Widow. I love Natasha Romanoff. I love the Black Widow graphic novels, and I love the Marvel movies. And this is supposed to be a YA rendition of the Black Widow's life. And there's so much about the character that you don't know about, and you know that there's so much to her story that is waiting to be unfolded. And I think that seeing her life from this vantage point from such an early age, that really fascinates me. So I'm really excited to pick it up. And I also love Margaret Stohl. She co-wrote the Castor Chronicles series with Cami Garcia, and I love her writing. So I'm really excited to pick this up. Really excited. So the next few books I got from the book depository. The first one you will have seen already. This is The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Other Stories by Washington Irving. I read Sleepy Hollow during October, and I talked about it in my wrap-up video, so I will leave a link to that in the description below. But this edition is a vintage classics edition with the red spines, and I just really always gravitate towards these editions because they're always so beautiful, and the font is really nicely sized, and to me, those are two things that are very important when you're picking up a book. The next two books that I got are a part of a duology by Kenneth Oppel, and it's one that I'll just show it to you. It's This Dark Endeavor, which is the first book in the series, and then the second is Such Wicked Intent. I'm kind of disappointed because I got these on the book depository because it told me that they would have matching covers and both be hardback, and they were like a really good deal, but this cover is different. I don't hate this cover, but I like these ones more. And I do know that this is sort of like a retelling of Frankenstein. It's told in the perspective of Victor Frankenstein as a teenager, and I have not read Frankenstein yet. It's another classic that I really want to read, but I thought that this would be fun. Either I'll read Frankenstein first or these ones first. I've always been intrigued by these books. I've heard about them for years now, and I finally just decided to pick them up, so I'm really looking forward to reading these. The next book that I got is A Madness So Discreet by Mindy McGinnis, and I hauled this, or I did an unboxing video, an Owl Crate unboxing for October, and this was the October book. It follows a young woman who has been sent to an insane asylum, and she is actually pregnant, and I think she has been impregnated by her father, which is all sorts of creepy. It's like you don't need to get any more horrific than that, but it does. Of course it does, because it's told in an asylum. I don't really know too much, and I don't really want to know too much because I just want to read it. I just want to pick it up. I just want to read it. I just want to experience this for what it is. So I will do that at some point and let you guys know more about it once I finish it. So the next few books are some graphic novels that I'm just going to go through real quickly. This is Saga Volume 5, which I still have not read. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I will definitely read it before the end of the year. Saga is so beloved. Everyone on BookTube loves it. I don't really need to talk about it. This is Orphan Black, and this is just an adaptation of the television series, which I love so much. The next one is Edward Scissorhands Volume 2, Whole Again. I did read the first volume a couple of months ago, and I enjoyed it. Edward Scissorhands is a story that's really dear to me. It's been one of my favorite movies since I was little, and I was so excited to read it in graphic novel form. It didn't perform in every way that I wanted it to, but it's still Edward Scissorhands, and I still want to read it. It was a little more comedic than what I was looking for, but I'm definitely going to continue on with the series. How can I not? So hopefully it'll get a little bit better because, you know, I just would like for it to The last graphic novel I got is Black Widow volume, this is 2 or 3? 3. And it's Last Days. Like I just said, I really love the story of Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff, and yeah, I'm ready to read more about it. And the artwork in this is just really, really pretty. I love how everything's kind of just faded and almost transparent in certain panels. So I like that quite a bit. So the last book that I'm going to haul is one that I could not get. I thought about it for a while. I didn't pre-order it and I was excited about it and intrigued by it, but for some reason I wasn't like freaking out about it the way that I should have been. And then people started hauling it on BookTube and then I got excited about it. So I was lucky enough to get a copy. It is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the illustrated edition by J.K. Rowling and Jim Kay. Again, I don't know why I wasn't more excited for this because it's Harry Potter, it's illustrated. I think one of the reasons why I didn't pre-order it is because I didn't realize it was the entire book. I thought it was just kind of gonna be like written for children and just be like a little 30-page picture book. But this is the entire first book in the Harry Potter series, and it's just got beautiful, beautiful illustrations. And some pages are just fully the dialogue and the story, but you get a little picture here and there. And I'm just so freaking happy that I got my hands on this. In the comments below, I'd really love to know if you guys have picked up any of these books, what you thought about them. Did you like them? Did you maybe not like them so much? All right guys, so that's all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one.